If you use web fonts, it's a good idea to create a custom font stack with fonts that can be used as a fallback in case there's a problem. A font stack is a list of fonts that's used as the value of the font family property. Browsers use the first one available, so you should list fonts in order of preference. To create a custom font stack, go to the Modify menu and select Manage Fonts. In the dialog box that opens, select the third tab, Custom Font Stacks. At the top here, Font List lists all the font stacks already defined within Dreamweaver. They consist of fonts that are commonly found on Windows, Mac and Linux. The Available Fonts pane at the bottom right lists all the fonts that are installed on your own computer, and at the bottom of the list are the generic font families: Cursive, Fantasy, Monospace, Sans Serif and Serif. And if you have installed any local web fonts or Edge web fonts, they're listed right down at the very bottom. Ireland Sans Bold is a local web font, and these two are Edge web fonts. Although Ireland Sans Bold is a local web font, there could be a problem. Maybe I forget to upload the files to my server, or maybe one of the files becomes corrupt. So it's a good idea to create a custom font stack for this web font. So select Ireland Sans Bold, and then to copy the name across to the chosen fonts, click this double arrow button, and it's added there. Now, a good match for Ireland Sans Bold is probably Verdana, so in this field at the bottom I'll select the name and then start typing Verdana. It's found it, copy it across, and then Arial, copy that across, and I think that I want to have Helvetica as well. And it's detected that I've got Helvetica 25 Ultra Light on my machine, but I want the generic Helvetica. So if I remove that Ultra Light and the 25, I'm left with Helvetica, and I can copy that across. Even though it doesn't exist on my machine, I can add it to the font stack. And you should always finish a font stack with a generic font family, and the one I'm going to use is Sans Serif. There we are. So my chosen fonts are listed here, and while I've been doing that, Dreamweaver has been building this custom font stack in the font list. And if I want to move that higher up the font list so that it appears whenever I select font family, I can just click this up arrow and move it to the position I want. If you decide you no longer want a font stack for any reason, select it in the font list and click the minus button. But be careful, this also applies to the predefined font stacks that are in Dreamweaver, and if you remove one of them, you can't get it back except by building it manually yourself. You can also remove a font from a font stack. I've got the Ireland Sans Bold custom font stack that I've created here still selected. If I select Verdana in the chosen fonts, it lights up this right arrow. Click that, and it's removed from my custom font stack. So that's how you create and edit font stacks in Dreamweaver. Available Fonts lists all the fonts that are on your own computer, but if you don't have a particular font that you want to use on your computer, you can just type its name in the field at the bottom here. Whenever you select a font, click the double chevron pointing to the left to copy to the chosen fonts and add it to your font stack. To remove anything, select it in chosen fonts and click the right-facing arrows. And when you're finished, just click Done. And that's custom font stacks in Dreamweaver.